Hey friends, welcome back to the cabin, and today we're making butter featuring my Dazey butter churn from Lehman's. Okay, so let me talk about just a little bit about how I prepare to make butter. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that we have our own family milk cow named Lily. So we have an abundance of milk, and which translates into a nice amount of cream. So what we do is we collect the cream and kind of store it in the refrigerator until we get a couple of quarts or 4 quarts or even 6 quarts, which is what we've done for today's butter churning. And on the day that we get ready to churn, that morning we'll set out our cream, and it'll sit out for 3 or 4 hours, especially if it's a cool day. It may even sit out a little bit longer because the cabin tends to be cool in the wintertime. But we'll set it out and let it come as close to room temperature as possible. And the reason that we do that is that the butter can be made, the butter will release in that cream a lot quicker. Usually we're going to average about 10 or 12 minutes and we've got butter. Now if we take it cold straight out of the refrigerator and try to churn it, then we're looking at 30-45 minutes sometimes. It just depends. But you can see, if you just a little planning ahead, how it really helps to shorten the workload. And when you're on a homestead and you have a lot of work, any way that you can learn to manage your time is a plus. So when we get ready to churn and pour our cream in, we don't want to fill the churn more than half full or just a tad bit over half full. And the reason is, when we're churning that cream, it has to have room to incorporate air and expand and to really move around and get vigorous in there. So we don't want to crowd it at all, and that just makes the butter also release better that way. And the churning will go through several stages. You'll start with your cream, and then you'll churn for a little while, and you will actually have whipped cream, which is just a fluffy, you know what whipped cream looks like. It's just a fluffy kind of creamy texture. And then after that, then the butter releases, and you have butter fat and you have buttermilk, which is like a skim milk. That is a true buttermilk, but it's wonderful to water your plants with, your house plants with. The chickens love it. It's just a wonderful byproduct, and it doesn't go to waste around here. Even if we allow it to go down the drain into our septic system, it's actually feeding the bacteria in the septic system as well, so it doesn't go to waste. And if we by chance have hogs, then I add it to the hog milk and it goes to them. So it's this full circle around here. In the next clip, I'm going to show you the Dazey butter churn with just water in it, so that you can see how the mechanism works in the butter churn and why I love the Dazey butter churn from Lehman's. So I hope you enjoy the upcoming video. A lot of it will be to music, so that you can just enjoy making butter with me. Okay, I'm going to show you the cream line right there. I don't think you can see it in the camera, but it's right there where my finger is. Okay, so what we're doing, we were struggling to get all of the cream out of those half-gallon jars, and when we would get as much as what we thought we could before the skim milk blended back in there, later on we would pour it out and there would be clumps of cream pouring out, and it seemed just a waste. So we devised this system. We reuse these distilled water jugs, put the milk in there, and my husband will poke a hole in the bottom, and we'll watch for the cream when it gets down to the bottom. And now we can catch this skim milk if we need to, but we have plenty, so
And it's good for the septic tank.
It is. It's good for the septic system. So, all right. So in just a bit, I'll kind of count him down. but we get pretty much all the cream this way. When you scoop the cream, what happens is when you put the scoop, and I'll still do that from time to time, but it will siphon the skim milk back up to the top, and that blends with the cream, so it's just harder to get all of it that way. All right, let's go 10, 9, 8, oops, gotta hold my camera up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's cream. There we go. Look at that. Wow. Wow. That is some beautiful cream. Oh, we got more than a quart out of a gallon. My goodness. what we're about to do is we're going to unmold it. And all I'm going to do is hold a little bit of pressure on top of the plunger and pull up the box. Look at that. So I will take the plunger off. Let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to just slip this knife under here, just barely, and it actually is releasing very, very, very easily. There you go. Look at that. Now, it had a few little air pockets in it, and that's okay. Now, normally I wouldn't put it on a plate like this. What I would do is I've got some wax paper, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that off camera, is to transfer this to wax paper and wrap it up very securely, and then wrap it in saran wrap, date it, and I will put an S on it so that I know that it's salted, because I also make unsalted butter. See if I can get some of this off of here. Unsalted butter to bake with and to make ghee with. So if I'm not going to make ghee right away, I can go ahead and freeze the butter and reach in there and grab some unsalted ones to make the ghee. Now, I'll link to the ghee video here where you can go and see how that is made. So I'll be back with you in just a bit with some beautiful words. Well, I hope you enjoyed the peacefulness of churning butter, and I hope that you found some value in this video, because that's the purpose of our channel, is to bring you a smile as well as to teach you some skills that you can use in your traditional self-reliant lifestyle of today. And you know that I want to share some beautiful words with you. Don't ever forget that your Heavenly Father loves you. And we'll see you on the next video. God bless.